Yo, yo, yo. What up, my dudes and dudettes? What's going on? Davey with the flippin' 15 stream streak. My guy, dude. Amazing. Thanks, buddy. Incredible. How you doing, buddy? What's up, everybody? Good morning. What it do, yo? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, man. We got video gaming news for today, April 2nd, coming up shortly. And then after that, it'll be day 9 of Dragon's Dogma 2. Loving the game, man. It's a banger. It's very, very good. And we're going to keep plugging away. We're finally out of that trickster build. Or trickster vocation. It's it's a weird vocation to use because you feel very, very lackluster offensively. You can't really do much. You've got to rely on your pawns to do just about everything. But I'm glad that we found it early. I think it's a phenomenal vocation to find early because of the augment skills that you learn that the other builds can use. And it's going to be hugely beneficial for us to be able to find some of the hidden items in the world as we move forward through the rest of the game. It'll be very beneficial. So while it sucked to run that vocation for a while, it's nice that we found it early and we're going to be able to benefit from some of the skills that we learned early on from that vocation. So we're going to keep pushing with the archer today and move towards using magic archer, which we've also unlocked. So that's kind of the plan, man. That's the plan. So before we can get into the Dragon's Dogma 2 stuff, you know what we got to do, baby. Video gaming news. Let's get in it. Let's do this. Let's go. Love that Java. Love that Java. Ubisoft lays off 45 devs to streamline its collective efficiency. More layoffs. Monster filming horror game content warning is free to download. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, we've been talking about some of the the devices that are coming out that allow you to, or they'll actually provide sense. They will shoot sense into the air. They are built on AI technology that provide sense during your gameplay based on what's happening in your gameplay. And there's all kinds of crazy stuff. You know, smell of automobiles, blood, I mean, fresh cut grass, you name it, dude. It's all in there. And it seems wild, but this is part of immersion, right? We've talked about it. It's part of immersion moving forward. It's where we've gotten VR and we've continued to evolve VR into the visual immersion of something beyond what we've traditionally had just through playing games on monitors. The things that we've been missing for that complete immersion, right, is the rest of the senses being incorporated into those experiences. And you're talking about taste, touch, like haptic feedback, smell, things of that nature. And it's all coming to fruition, you know, slowly but surely. We've talked about it a little bit though, so I'm not going to dive into that today. Lego Ghostbusters video game announced by Warner Brothers and Sony Interactive Entertainment, huh? Okay. This article was an April Fool's Day joke. We'll stay away from it then. Yo, this was a really good one, though. This was a really good one. If you didn't see this one, this was Soup showed this to us yesterday. I should have showed it on stream, but I didn't realize
Up all the best fake.
And then I just forgot to pull it up after I had watched it. So this was actually pretty cool. Yeah, we'll watch that. Shout out to Soup. Soup sent that to me yesterday. Dragon's Dogma 2 has already sold 2.5 million units, guys. This game's been out a week and a half. Does this look like something that needed microtransactions? Nope. I said this all along. This game did not need microtransactions. It was going to be hugely lucrative for Capcom. There was no need for them to incorporate microtransactions into this type of game, and I mean, you can see it right here. 2.5 million units already. It's already it's got numbers, dude. We knew it would, though. We knew it would. It was a disgusting play by Capcom to see them do that with this game, and I cannot implore people enough to please don't buy into the microtransactions of this game. It's just letting Capcom win on this front, and it provides a dire outlook for all of us in gaming if we let them win on that front. It's not good, man. The content is phenomenal. The microtransactions are unnecessary and disgusting. Yeah, let's pull it up. Best video game April Fool's joke, dude. The one Davey, you're such a troll, bro. What's up, Davey? Thanks for the 15 stream streak, broski. The Pal World April Fool's shenanigans was so good. The video they put up was phenomenal. It was just very well done, and it was a very, very good laugh. Looks like Night Dive Studios is bringing back PO'd. 90 shooter PO'd in all its frying pan wielding glory. We'll take a quick peek. We already looked at all the video games releasing in April. We looked at it yesterday. We've looked at it towards the end of March as well. There are plenty of articles out there that will list all the games releasing. There's some notable ones. Obviously, we've got like Sandland. We've got Stellar Blade. Necrosmith. Oh, I've seen this, I think. Yeah. Necrosmith 2. Yeah. We watched this yesterday. Pinky sent this to me on the 31st. Very funny. This is the April Fool's stuff for Pal World. We watched it yesterday, too. We'll probably see it again today. It was very funny. Ooh, what is this? You are the head of the snake. Xbox fans call Phil Spencer out for hypocrisy after his statement condemning what? Capitalism? we'll see what that's from. I read something here lately where Phil Spencer said something kind of generically about where microtransactions and monetization within the gaming industry can become very exploitative, basically referring to the way that companies imparted upon us, you know, which, I mean, I've got to say that it was nice to see somebody big in the industry say that, as somebody who, you know, stands up for that kind of thing for all of us as consumers all the time, in the ways in which it is done. It is done very, very, you know, scummy quite often. It was nice to see somebody big in the industry stand up and say that. But, you know, it wouldn't surprise me at all that, you know, there's a lot of things that Xbox has done in the past that, you know, would ultimately fall on the shoulders of Phil for being within that context, you know. So we'll see what that's about. Gaming Bible is just always clickbait, dude. So you were saying you bought like 3 new games, Davey? What'd you buy, dude? Didn't you tell me that yesterday? Before you had to bounce? We've got this up. This is all speculatory right here. It's all speculation. I'm not diving into that. House Flipper 2 has added a floor is lava mode. Nice. It's good that PC gaming is less convenient than console gaming. PC gaming is a craft in a lot of ways. Consoles can't compare. It's true on a lot of fronts that consoles can't compare to what PC gaming offers. But PC gaming is becoming more convenient as well. I've said this for a while. Look, there's always been a reason why certain people wanted to dive into the world of console gaming as opposed to PC gaming. There have been some primary reasons. One is cost. Even though ultimately I feel like that does kind of even out. If you look at various different factors, I think that it does even out in the long run. But upfront cost is usually substantially different traditionally for PCs, but it's changing. And I'll talk about this in a second. You know, the other is the fact of people not having and not wanting to obtain the proficiency of maintaining a PC to game on, as opposed to console, which is very locked in. It's very easy to use. It's plug and play, you know. PCs quite often require an amount of troubleshooting from time to time. You have to know how to... You need to have a little bit of technological know-how, a little bit of want to be able to keep up with that kind of stuff, with maintaining a rig to game on and stuff. And some people just don't have it. They just don't want that, you know. And I can understand that being a turnoff for some people. It's not for me personally, but I can understand why some people prefer a console over PC. I've talked about that a lot. But here's the thing. They say that PC gaming is less convenient than console gaming. Traditionally, yes, but it's changing. It's changing. We're seeing a lot of gaming devices, and I have to say, we wouldn't be at this point right now were it not for a specific console piece of hardware in Nintendo Switch that has shown so many developers how nice it can be to have a mobile gaming piece of hardware that plays a dual role as, you know, first and foremost, a mobile gaming device, and then secondly, as a traditional console, you can dock and play on any monitor or TV or whatever you want, right? But many PC gaming hardware manufacturers have taken note, and as of, you know, the past 3 to 4 years have released their own hardware. Obviously, first the Steam Deck, but since then we've had things like the Lenovo Legion Go, the MSI Claw, the Asus ROG Ally, you name it, right? All very viable PC gaming pieces of hardware, and they're at a wide range of hardware configurations, a wide range of price points. They give people a lot of options for diving into PC gaming, and it's not as, I think, cumbersome and daunting a look for people trying to maintain an entire PC gaming rig as it is just buying into one of those handheld consoles or handheld devices for PC gaming. It's more of that plug and play option that people had traditionally looked for on the console gaming side of things, but now you're getting it on the PC side as well. Are they going to perform to the same specs that a big bad boy rig would? No, but neither do consoles, right? So it is changing. The landscape's changing a bit, and I think that when you look at what's happening in the industry as well, revenue wise, PC has really jumped up over console gaming as well, and I think more people are taking a dive into PC gaming, and I think that this easier segue to get people into PC gaming is a good thing. I think the PC gaming landscape as a whole is a more consumer friendly place for gamers anyways, so I'm glad to see more people getting into PC gaming. I think it's better. 5 Pac-Man World Homefront for Xbox, Diofield Chronicle, Lego Star Wars Skywalker Saga, Hunter Call of the Wild. Oh, nice, dude. Skywalker Saga is supposed to be a banger, dude. Yeah. Pac-Man World is dude, my son played that for a while. The original, he loved that. Yeah. Nice, dude. That's awesome. I hope you enjoy, man. Am I thinking of the same one? Pac-Man World? Isn't that like a remake? Yeah, that's what I thought, Pinky. Yeah. OG Pac-Man World was epic. Dude, yeah, my son played the crap out of that, dude. He replayed it a few years back, bro. He used to just smash on that game, yeah. I thought that was the right one, yeah. What's up, dude? How you doing? Work, boo. Yeah, dude, Davey, I think that, you know, you got to kind of be like that, you know. Yeah, for sure. Yo, Pinky, I'm digging the I'm digging the Gru look being back on being a thief and everything, dog. Yeah. He's doing work, dog. I like it. I saw you playing Lethal yesterday. You still playing DD2 at all? 1 second, guys. Word, word, word. Yeah. I respect that, Davey. I mean, that was kind of my original notion behind the game just because I was so pissed off about the microtransactions. But I mean, you know, I really can't tell people not to play the game. I mean, the content is for me is just so good. I respect people like yourself having that stance on the game. I really do. The content's phenomenal. So if you find yourself in a position where you're like, I'll just go ahead and dive into it or whatever. At some point down the line, even if it's not as cheap as what you were hoping to wait for or whatever, I don't think that you'll be disappointed, you know, and I definitely wouldn't knock anybody for it. It's just, you know, the content's phenomenal. It really is. The content's very good. I'm loving it. The world building is just incredible. A bunch of friends went back to Lethal. Oh, there's a new update and stuff. Yeah. That's all good, dude. You're way ahead of me, anyways. Yeah, I just finally finished up that trickster build yesterday. So, you know, I'm now diving into Archer, which I'm not real thrilled about, but I'm gonna try to get that done now too. Archer and then Magic Archer. You know, I started off with the Thief, dude, to get real comfortable with the game. I knew I'd love Thief. And try to get some of these other vocations done that I'm not real thrilled about being, and then move into some of the, you know, later game stuff that will be vocations that I'm more comfortable with. I think, you know, it's nice to have Trickster done though, dude. Jesus Christ, have you did you max Trickster yet, dude? I saw you had it unlocked, right? You unlocked it, right? Oh, you didn't unlock it yet. Oh, okay. Bro, the max level augment skill is actually kind of OP. It's really good. Do you want to know what it is? At least I think it is. I think it's going to be really good. So the Trickster's max level augment skill, you know, the skills that everybody you can use no matter what vocation you're using, is it actually increases your affinity with in-game characters faster. So like giving gifts and doing things for NPCs, stuff like that, you actually, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And you know, of course, obviously the Trickster having the other augments, which are like helping you find the hidden items in the world, like Wakestone shards and the Seeker's tokens, especially. Having those early in the game for me was like, I just got lucky to find that so early. Oh, shut up, dude! For real? Oh, that's sick. Let's go, dude. Nice. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, so that's it, Pinky. Did you know what you were doing, or is it just ended up happening? I just got to the Elven place yesterday, by the way. I've done a bunch of backtracking now. You know, got back out of the Batal area and backtracking, doing some things. That sounds brutal, dog. That sounds brutal. Yeah, Davey, I mean, I think, you know, what I was talking about yesterday is it really, you know, I'll be honest, I mean, I wish more people cared more, because the premise of what those microtransactions mean, I mean, this is the reason that I raise awareness about it all the time, is to hopefully get people to understand the gravity about what those microtransactions actually mean on a micro or a macro level. You know what I mean? What that means for us as consumers is something much more significant than what it initially appears to be, you know, and that's why it matters to me. That's why it matters. The way those microtransactions have been implemented is something that is totally unnecessary. and it sets a bad precedent for us moving forward with the way these big developers are going to treat us and the way that they release their games and build their games around certain microtransactions and stuff. And so the reason that I raise awareness about it is because I do feel it's important. Now, you know, obviously, you know, you don't have to buy into them to enjoy the game. And I would, you know, I'm obviously promoting people to just please not buy into them. You can enjoy the game without them, right? It doesn't change the fact the game was built in certain ways to make you feel, in some cases, like you'd be better off buying into them, which is totally disgusting, right? So the mission was more than clear what to do. Oh, okay, cool. Nice, Pinky, thanks. Yeah, so I mean, the reason, obviously, that I do the news every day, the reason that I don't sugarcoat stuff in my channel, the reason that I don't, you know, do a whole bunch of like ass kissing to these big companies, because I'm not worried about, you know, I'm not worried about sponsorships. I'm worried about ousting the bad stuff in the industry. I'm worried about a better future for us as gamers, right? And in my eyes, this is something that is not okay, right? So I think that when it comes down to it, there are going to be a lot of people that don't dive into the industry the same way I do. They're not looking at this from maybe in the same kind of light that I am about what this means for us in the future of gaming and stuff. They're looking at it in the here and now, and that it's, you know, it in more simplistic terms than what I'm looking at it. And I tend to do that. I tend to take more of a deep dive into what a lot of these things actually mean for us. And so that doesn't really surprise me all that much, buddy. But at the same time, you know, the reason I do what I do is to try and maybe open some people's eyes from time to time about what some of this stuff does mean for us. That it does present a pretty nasty situation if we continue to let these companies to get away with this kind of thing. And, you know, it can snowball into some very, very terrible things. And so I think that's the difference there, you know. Random emote time. Yo, Soup, what's up, buddy? And I mean, I want, you know, like I said, I mean, the content's amazing. I want people to enjoy the game. And I want people to enjoy the game without the microtransactions for good reason. You're so crazy, Soup. You're crazy, dog. Get the rando motes in there. Rando motes. Oh, baby. All right, dude. Dudes and dudesettes. Either asexual pride or dude, the little Twitch face. What? I don't even know how to. What is it? O_O? I think. That's kind of wild, Pinky. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just backtracking through the earlier parts of the game right now. We'll see what I can figure out and find. Raid Davey, nice. Oh, PSN glitch allows PS4 and PS5 users to play a game a month before everyone else. Interesting. Yeah, we've kind of talked about that a little bit. Yeah, funny enough, Pinky, you know, because I got into that Batal area so early, I think I'm definitely going to benefit a little bit. Just, dude, I couldn't find a flipping port crystal anywhere. I spent a lot of time, I spent like days in that Batal area, dude, going way, way down, and I didn't find a port crystal anywhere. And finally I was like, dude, I'm just going to get out of here and go back to like the earlier part of the game and see what I missed. So if I want to go back in there, I've either got to sneak back in the way I did before, if I can figure that out. Again, or I'm gonna have to actually get in there the legit way. But I did get some pretty nice like items, weapons, armor, stuff like that. Like I just changed Antics into a fighter, you know. You snuck in to get the achievement. Oh, sneak back in to get the achievement. Bypass the gate. Oh, for real? Did you? Nice, dude. Yeah, nice. I figure there might be a way to actually get around it. I was thinking about that because I was looking at the map yesterday and I was like, oh, dude, there might be a way to get around not having to use the gate. Yeah, that's interesting. We'll have to talk about it later on. Yeah, if I don't figure that out and you don't figure the gate thing out. Yeah, I went around it. Yeah, like way down the way or whatever. Was it down by the coast? Maybe not. It seemed like there might be a way down by the coast, but I haven't gotten all the fog of war or you know, off of the map and everything down there yet. I was just looking at the map yesterday. I was like, I wonder if that's a thing. Not coast. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit later. But yeah, I got a bunch of nice items from that area, and like my pawn is a fighter now because finished up both the mage and the sorcerer, so fighter now. But got some pretty solid items on, dude. Like dope shield, really good 100% holy like mace. One-handed mace and some really nice armor and stuff, man. And so even just starting out as a fighter, looking pretty hard, bro. Whereas my archer's kind of weak sauce. I don't have hardly anything for an archer, dude. So it kind of sucks. Noah was killing it yesterday as a thief, though, dude. I like to know. That was good stuff, dude. I like that he's got the the daggers on that show items around and stuff too. It's pretty cool. Cool areas. Yeah. That's why I was like, dude, I'm just gonna backtrack. That's what, like, where I saved yesterday was at the Elven place, so we're gonna be checking all that stuff out. And I have somebody in my party that speaks Elven, so so I kind of cheesed that out. Dude. I've got somebody in my party that speaks Elvish, so I didn't have to go through the whole glad to backtrack. Yeah. Or, yeah, I know. I knew you were gonna say that, bro. I knew you were gonna say that, dog, because you went through there and were like having to go through the menus, remembering what everything was. I was like yesterday, dude, I was getting prepared after we maxed out Trickster. We were changing vocations and I didn't have a sorcerer in the party anymore, so I was like, oh, dude, I either need a mage or a sorcerer. So I changed out my rando pawn and I found one that spoke Elvish, and I was like, oh, dude, well, I'm going archer, so we need to go do this quest. It's over by where I found some elves already, so we might find the Elvish place. And there just happened to be a pawn that was really good that also spoke the Elven language. And I was like, okay, we're going to yoink this one, dude. Yeah. So I recruited a pawn. I made it easy on myself, dude. I made it easy on myself, bro. What is this? What is this, Soup? What is this? What is that? I won't be able to watch this on... Yeah, hold on. What is this? This is somebody else's content, dude. What is this, bro? Pepsi. Pepsi. Oh my god, dude. I feel moistened. I am disrupted by the absence of ice cuboids. What is this, dude? Where did you find this? Oh my god, dude. I'll show this in between the news today. The news and playing games. Bro, what the crap, dude? my god, dude, that's wild. Yo, I'll show it. If I show it during the news segment, it'll probably get caught for like copyright or something. I'll show it. That's pretty funny. Yo, Reject, what's up, dog? The Cell bot game yesterday. Are you talking about? I think it came up in the Discord. I think I've actually got it up too. We are gonna look at all the April Fool's stuff. You talking about this one? You talking about this one, dude? Or are you talking about one on the server? Yeah, no, I think this is it though. I think this is supposed to be it right here. Yeah, that's what I was saying though. I think I have it up right here. They're talking about it. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't grab it yet, but yeah, that's what I was saying. Is not this one? You talking about the Pal World one? Oh yeah, dude. I got rickrolled by it before it even hit the Discord. I got rickrolled by, who was it? Who sent that to me? Was it Ferret? Somebody sent it to me in during the news segment, dude. I got rickrolled by it. Yeah, it was great. I was like, what is this, bro? I knew it was something April 1st, you know, because it was like free Pal World, and I was like, nah, no way. But I clicked on it, dude, and got rickrolled. Yeah, last year was out. I remember that, dude. Yeah, it was really funny, dude. Yeah. Yo, hey, Reject, check it out, dog. Woo! I got on the sweater, brother. I'm sweatered up, dog. Yeah, it was pretty funny, dude. Heck yeah, I love it, dude. I love this sweater, bro. Yeah, it's a little bit chilly here today. It's been storming and stuff, so. But there is a new free game, actually, and we'll talk about that. It's in the Discord as well. Yeah, I got rickrolled. It was pretty funny. I like it. It was good. NVIDIA bought Xbox? What? I can't believe anybody would even actually fall for that. Worst weather? Ready for spring? You know, dude, this is like my favorite kind of weather, actually. I love overcast. I love rainy, dude. I love it. I love it, dog. It sucks when you have to get out in it, though. It does suck when you have to get out in it. So if you have to get out in it, it does suck, man. Discord reportedly rolling out sponsored ads this week. Yeah, I know, Reject. I mean, you know, to be fair, my wife and I have actually been discussing moving to the Northwest again. We both like this kind of, you know, that kind of weather. So there's the potential. I mean, this is the thing about my wife and I, and it feels like about every 4 to 5 years we move. It's just part of, like, we're kind of like nomadic in a way, you know. So, well, I mean, dude, we've lived north, south, east, and west of the U.S. Like, I'm talking, dude, we've lived in Cali. We've lived up by the Great Lakes. We've lived all the way on the, you know, mid East Coast. We've lived down close to the very bottom of Texas. You know, I'm from the Midwest. I mean, we've lived all over the place, and both of us kind of enjoyed the Northwest the most out of anywhere we've been. Yeah. I mean, she's in the medical field, so it's just a matter of starting to try and apply to some gigs and see what happens, and you know. But we're actually contemplating a change of scenery, if you will, and see how that works out. Because I don't know, man, there's something weird about the way we both kind of have that itch. I think we settled down somewhere for about 3, 4, 5 years, and we start getting itchy, dude, and we kind of want to go somewhere else. You know, it's weird. We're both kind of like that, and we've been discussing here recently the fact that we might want to head back out to the Northwest, and who knows, man, it might happen sometime before too long, but we'll see. You guys will obviously know if we're making a move, because I'll have to have the stream down for a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, I mean, the hard part about that for us is, like, you know, the majority of our marriage and relationship and everything is, you know, until now we've been away from family the entirety of it, really, for almost of it. For a little bit we were close, but most of it we've been away, you know. And you know, it's been kind of nice being close to family, close-ish. We're not like right next to most, you know, a lot, but you know, we're close, much closer than we have been for quite some time, and it's nice to be close to family. And you know, that's one of those things. It's a bit of a struggle for us to contemplate too. Is, you know, one of the reasons we moved here was to be a little bit closer to family, and now we're talking about moving, like, you know, halfway across the country. So we'll see what happens, dude. Yeah. So I don't know, man. We'll see what happens. It's not a for sure thing, but we climate wise, dude. You know, we love that area. We love that area. Like the whole Northern California through Oregon and Washington kind of vibe, dude. We dig that a lot. But the thing is, we don't want to do it if we end up having to go somewhere where it's like big city again. You know, we've dealt with too much of that. So if it was like stay here or move and have to be in a big city again, it would probably just be stay here, you know. I hate the big city stuff now, dude. We've done way too much of it. I'm over it, dude. I'm burnt out on the big city vibes, dude. I'm over it. We don't live somewhere super small now, you know. Yeah. We don't live anywhere super small, but it's much, much smaller than, you know, the places that we had been in and around for quite a while, you know. And the big city stuff just gets really taxing with like traffic and just rude ass people and kind of just I'm burnt out on it. I don't really need that. I dig it. I don't want rural necessarily, you know. I grew up rural and I'm not a big fan of that. But something just a little bit slower paced, not stupid big, you know. I dig that. Something kind of in the middle. Anyways, you know, it's funny. I was talking with my father-in-law this weekend and one of my sister-in-laws, and we were talking about like streaming services and how like all the streaming services now have commercials in them, you know. And it was like, might as well just open video stores again, you know. Like, what the crap? Like, they got all of us to buy into like these streaming services, you know. And it was like, yay, no more commercials, no more having to go to video stores. We'll just, you know, buy a subscription service, sit at home and watch stuff. Now there's commercials on everything again, dude. You know? And it's like, Jesus Christ. How maulding, dude. How maulding is it that like every streaming service now, and Netflix is getting ready to start them too, you know. Discord is about to start rolling out sponsored ads, you know, and I mean, here's the thing about Discord. Discord at least is like a free service. So I'm a little bit more understanding. It's kind of like the gaming industry with the microtransactions and stuff, you know. If you know, Discord obviously has paid tiers and like Nitro, stuff like that. But it's also got a lot of free accessibility for groups and people and stuff like that also. And so I'm a little bit more understanding of like the them finding ways to generate revenue, and you know, it's a pretty good platform. Yeah, dude, it's so gross. But it's these companies that are just making so much money, dude, already, and they're like, oh well, we need to put ads in there too, and we're raising the prices on you. You know, not even, you know, the ad-free version. It's like, yo, we're adding in ads, and we're gonna raise the prices of the basic package, and if you want ad-free, add in another $5 to $10 on top of that. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. You know what I mean? Throw the lube away, I'll just bend over and take it. You know what I'm saying? God dang, bro. Jesus Christ. It's so gross. You just bought Need for Speed Unbound? EA bangers? Jesus. Let me know what you think, dude. Let me know what you think, Soup. Oh, yeah. Netflix was a big one of those, too, dude. Yeah. The Netflix, like the password sharing stuff. Yeah, absolutely. Yep, seen a lot of that. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, we had a lot of really nice weather there, dude, for like a while, and all of a sudden it just kind of got cold again, got chilly again. Not cold, it got chilly again. Got rainy, you know, no sun, just clouds. I kind of dig it. Yeah, kind of stupid, huh, Reject? Yeah. Yep. I know, dude. Absolutely. Video games can boost creativity, no doubt. Yeah, PlayStation having a big spring sale. They've had it for a while. Motorsports Games' latest earnings show the company doesn't have much money left. Yeah, we knew that this was kind of going to happen with something like Pal World until they come out with new content and stuff. Oh, so gross. Hollow Knight Silksong listing goes live on April Fool's Day, reinforcing its existence is a prank. Oh, Jesus Christ. Look, I'll say this. This is actually not a cool April Fool's thing here. Team Cherry? You know, for a game that had a window for release already, what was it? Dude, when was this window's long gone? Long gone. No, I haven't. No, Pinky. Dude, I don't go trudging through Reddit anymore, really, dude. The only reason I ever get on Reddit anymore is if I actually need some info, you know what I mean? And I might be able to get some legitimate help. You know what I mean? For something I'm looking up. That's it. Oh, for real? Really? Yeah. Look, I mean, I think this is disgusting. If this is for real and Team Cherry did this, then this is actually really gross. For a game that's been so anticipated for such a long time, and for and announcements to have come out. When were these announcements? Wasn't this game supposed to release like in the middle of last year? And the window just came and went, and people were like, well, what happened? And nobody wanted to talk about it, you know? And now they're going to do crap like this. This is, in my opinion, very bad form. But we'll talk about that. It's just a melt. Actual insanity, is it? Yeah. That's actually hilarious, dude. That's hilarious. They're not even Rockstar? Shut up. Oh, Jesus. Hollow Knight, dude, is so good. And that's why so many people are so hyped and upset about Silksong, you know? EA has broken government set rules on video game loot boxes? What? Let's take a look at this. South Park Snow Day enters at number 3 this week. South Park Snow Day is getting pretty bad reviews, by the way. So what exactly is going on the Reddit, dude? People are just freaking out. Not necessarily because of what we were just talking about, but just because of the game. Like it's never coming out. Fake leaks all the time. Yeah, that's what I figured, bro. Yeah. 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 Yesterday, hell, I bet, yeah, it was yesterday, I bet just had people losing their flipping gourds, dude. 58% positive for South Park Snow Day. That's not a great look, you know? Doesn't mean everybody's going to hate it. I mean, to be fair, if you want to go take a look, you want a comparison, you know, you can't always tell. Look. Dragon's Dogma 2. 58% positive. You know what I mean? Dude, the content in this game is phenomenal, by the way. It's really good. The content in this game is really good. But it's been review bombed a little bit, right? So your reviews are not always going to be truly indicative of what the content experience is going to be. So 58% for Dragon's Dogma 2, 58% positive for South Park Snow Day. I think that, you know, we know that there's some review bombing going on here. I think that 58% is probably a little bit of a better baseline review point for what you'll experience out of South Park, though. True, what's up? Shut up, Mickey. That's so funny, dude. Oh, dude, they just went on this entire flipping, like, rant and turned it into a flipping NSFW fanfic. I love it. That's funny, dude. That's funny. It's only 8 p.m. Soup usually goes to sleep about 9 or 10, then wakes up at 2 in the morning and just hangs out with us for the rest of the day, you know? He's a robot, pretty sure. What up, True? What's this noise? Oh, yeah. Yeah. You got it, True. Just saw your message. No worries. Yeah, my pleasure. My pleasure, friendo. Let's keep going here. Yeah, ads on Discord. Dead by Daylight goes big for April Fool's Day. I didn't see this one. We're trying to look at all the April Fool's stuff, so we'll put all this down here. Oh, yeah, dude, it's super stormy here, too. True, yeah. Oh, I was just talking about that. Really overcast, lots of clouds. Yeah, really nice. Rainy, you know. I think this is no longer available, I'm guessing. Was this has got to be April Fool stuff, right? Oh, this is the one we already have up. Oh, it was only 24 hours for this? I didn't know that. Hold on. What was the name of that? Let me pull it up on Steam. It's probably not available anymore. Yeah, that's what it was. I didn't know it was just for yesterday. No, it is still free. It is still free. Before April 2nd at 11 o'clock a.m. I'm going to go ahead and link this to you guys. This game is free right now. It's overwhelmingly positive at 7,900 reviews. It released yesterday. It is a horror, psychological horror co-op kind of adventure. It's $0 until 11 o'clock. Okay, apparently I thought this was gonna be like an April Fool's thing, but here, it's still available, so go ahead and go grab this. Go grab that. I was all sad face. I didn't even know it, dude. When the thunder rolls. Like that. True. Bought Alan Wake 2? No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Jedi Survivor on PS5, as long as you got it at a lower price point. Oh, gross, dude. You should refund it. Anarchy Chess is basically overused joke. It also overused. Playing about it became part of the joke. Like, so there's an unused joke if I'm playing that. That's funny. How do I know that? Blame it all on my roots. You know what I'm saying? I showed up in boots. I might quite possibly be from the same part of the country that he's from. So, even though I'm not a fan of country music, there was no avoiding it. Alan? Talking about Garth? Yeah, I don't like country music. I don't like country music, but I'm from a very country part of, like, I mean, dude, I'm a rocker, dude. I like modern, classic, alt rock, dude, like, you know, I like all that. I like all kinds of music, really, but I'm not a fan of country music. Garth Allen, all the same, basically, yeah. But there's a very, very famous country musician that is from close to the same part of the country that I'm from. And, you know, at the height of their, you know, career, like, you know, everybody was listening to them, dude, where I'm from, because they were from close to there, and it was just unavoidable, dude. It was unavoidable. The funny thing is that, like, even though I don't have a fantastic voice, because of my accent, I can sing country music probably better than I can sing anything else. And it's just because of my accent, you know? And so, you know, every once in a while, I'll just, like, pop out some of the old country music that I know from being a kid, just because it sounds a little bit better because of my twang, my accent, you know? And, I don't know. And I like to sing, so it's okay. I've got a lot of family that actually are like musicians, and especially on my mom's side of the family, a lot of musicians play different instruments, you know, guitar, banjo, violin, you know, and they get down with like bluegrass stuff, like real deal bluegrass, you know. It's like crazy, dude. So there's a lot of it in my family and stuff too, but I just don't dig it, dude. I don't dig that kind of music. It's like, I like rock, dude. I like rock. Rock's probably my favorite, dude. I like a lot of R&B and rap and stuff like that, but it's just my accent It probably sings better for like country music. It's really weird. Dress up as a cowboy? If I do, I'm wearing assless chaps. Where's Syke at? Yo, go get this game before it's not free anymore. Dude, we've gotten off on some weird conversations today, dude. What is this, bro? Immortals of Avium? Wait. Nobody cares about Immortals of Avium, dude. Magic Call of Duty? The PS5? We'll take a look at it, dude. You bought... No, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't buy that. Brother, you should have played this on like EA Play or your Game Pass or something, you know? I'm pretty sure it's on PS Plus, isn't it? Wait. I want to own it, Dad. Why? It's only like 15 to 20 hours of gameplay, dude. Why do you want to own it? I mean, to each their own. To each their own. You know? It's 30 hours for me. Respect. That's kind of my jam, too. That's okay. Yeah, I respect it. I respect it. All right. Don't forget to get your free game, dude. You know, we got off on some wild talks this morning, dude. Feels like we get it's like every day we do the news. Now we get off on some wild talks. Free Garbanzo, dude. This game free is gonna be better than any amount of money you would ever spend on Immortals of Avium. Okay, Magic Call of Duty. I know how much you like Call of Poo Poo. Okay, Call of Dookie, whatever you want to call it. But that's what this game. That's what Immortals of Avium is. It's Magic Call of Dookie, bro. You're a new IP. How's Alan Wake 2? It's balls. That's why you shouldn't have wasted your money on it. We've got this up. PS5 fans claim 2023 horror game is a masterpiece, huh? Let's take a look at this. All right, we'll stick with these. You guys got me dying. My eyes are watering, dude. Jesus. Combat looks good. If you like trash games. Soup. I love that Soup in the video he shared for Mustache March was just rocking the Genshin Impact stuff, you know? Just looking totally Genshin'd out, dog. That was so good. It was so funny, man. All right, let's dive in here. Let's see what we got, man. Let's see what we got. So first, hitting it off with the weakest stuff first, which is PS5 news. I'm gonna have Soup flipping pinged out here in a second, dude. 2023 was a great year for horror fans. In AAA space, there was Dead Space Remake, RE4, Alan Wake 2, which was balls. Beyond the AAA space, there were Sons of the Forest, which we will be playing in the not-too-distant future. Amnesia the Bunker, World of Horror, which I'm going to be playing during Scaretober. Killer Frequency, looks like it could be very good too. And Dredge, if you count it. Dredge isn't really horror. It's more like... It's got like a bit of a psychological kind of eerie vibe to it, you know. Not all these games came to PS5, but many did, including the 3 AAA heavy hitters. One of these PS5 games in particular is currently gobbling up all the praise on the PS5 Reddit page, being held as a masterpiece. The game in question boasts an 89 on Metacritic, which isn't quite masterpiece level. This honor is usually distinguished for games at least in the 90s, if not more towards the mid-90s or higher. That said, it seems PlayStation and horror fans on the PS5 Reddit think this is a slight underrating of the horror game. Alan Wake 2, a masterpiece. Oh, no way, dude. Oh, boo. Dude, I can't, dude. Are you kidding me? If you haven't played this game, please run and get it. In my opinion, Alan Wake 2 has the best story in any video game ever made. Are you flipping kidding me? The story in this game sucked ass. Alan Wake 1 was a banger. Alan Wake 2 was trash can, dude. Not everyone agrees with the post, especially the part about Saga. However, the majority of PS5 players agree there's something special with Alan Wake 2. Yeah, look, I mean, I was an outlier, I guess. You know, I mean, not to mention the fact that, like, dude, I got soft locked out of finishing this game. That alone just is going to bring me... I already was not liking this game. The combat seemed very lackluster. I played Alan Wake 1 for the first time before I played Alan Wake 2. And, dude, that game was, what, 12, 13 years old at that point? And it still felt really good. I had a great time with Alan Wake 1. It was a really good play. I enjoyed it. Alan Wake 2 felt terrible. It really did. It was totally unengaging. I was constantly feeling like the gameplay was being yoinked away from me, where it felt like half of what was happening is I was just watching a movie. It was not well written, in my opinion. There was a lot of weirdness in the game, like the whole scene of going through and just watching some weird ass, band play on big screens and stuff. It was like, what is this? What is happening? You know what I mean? Dude, the story sucked. The story sucked. It was terrible. I don't know. For me, it was not there, dude. I think that this game for me was probably maybe a mid 6 without being soft locked out of it. With the soft lock, I'm talking like a 3 to a 4 maybe. Not very good, really. I just can't believe, so many people found this game to be so good. I don't understand it. It's really odd. The new trailer for what? Alan Wake 2? What do I give a crap for? Really? No. I'm not watching that. No, that said Alan Wake 2 on it. That said Alan Wake 2 on it, dog. I saw it. No, different game. It said Alan Wake 2, bro. What are you talking about? I mean, look, to each their own. I'm usually not far off from a consensus on many games, most games with other people and what they've experienced with them. But dude, I was way off on this one from, it feels like, where most people were with it. And I don't understand how people found this game to be so good. And dude, I didn't play this game fast. I spent a lot of time in this game trying to soak it in, trying to enjoy the experience, and I didn't feel it. I just didn't feel it. at all. It wasn't there, man. I don't know. What are you talking about, dude? Trying to rickroll me, bro. I got rickrolled yesterday. I don't need to be rickrolled again. Crazy, bro. To each their own, I guess, dude. But I just don't. I would be more accepting of the fact of like this game being rated in like the 7s by people or something, you know. And I'd be like, okay, I just didn't like it as much as other people, you know. But for people to be so jacked about this game, I don't understand. I don't see it. I don't know where this is coming from. It feels really weird to be so drastically opposed to where it feels like so many. I don't know if it's like they're just a bunch of people that have hopped on the hype train about this game, or if there's just really that many people that have enjoyed this experience. Dude, the story, I don't understand how anybody can play this game and go, oh, the story was so good. What? It felt terribly written. It felt all over the flipping place. I don't know. There's just so much that I always hear and see from like reviews of people saying the game's so good, and it's like so drastically opposed to everything I experienced playing this game. And it feels weird, man. You're already going to say it's a banger just because you know that I don't like this game. You've been calling it a banger already and you haven't played it. So I'm not going to put any stock into what you say about this game. Callisto was a 9 out of 10. That right there also should tell us all what we need to know about your reviews. You know? Let's go. I don't understand what so many people have seen in Alan Wake 2. It's so weird to me. Oh, excuse me. Oh my god, dude. Go eat a McChicken, dude. I do think that one of the reasons so many people have gotten so hyped about Alan Wake 2 is the graphics. I do think that that's a big part of the reason. They just got blinded by the graphics. It's a very good looking game. It's a very good looking game. But I think that's the majority of it. I think that's the majority of what they had going for themselves was just the fact the game looked good. And I think it blinded a lot of people to what else the game really had going for it. In my opinion. That was about all they really had. EA has broken government set rules on video games, loot boxes, along with 2 other companies. EA has been implementing loot boxes into its games for some time. For those unaware of what a loot box is, it's an aspect that has been plaguing the gaming industry for years, which gives players the option to purchase it in-game with real or virtual money and provides them with random prizes in various forms, including character cosmetics, weapon skills, and more. This is right up Soup's alley here. Soup is a loot box fanatic, right? Soup. Things got so escalated that several governments ended up branding it a type of gambling, since it's never a guarantee that gamers will get what they want from the boxes, resulting in them spending even more currency on them until they acquire the item that they've been looking forward to. In true EA fashion, a New Vancouver-based EA studio. EA, sorry guys, it's so hard to say that without wanting to throw up. Yep. The company breaks rules on loot boxes. From the Ultimate Team Packs in FIFA to cosmetic loot boxes in Apex Legends, EA has been implementing the concept. Let's see this. So we'll stick with this. Where other countries like Belgium have branded loot boxes as a form of gambling and put strict regulations on this gaming aspect, the UK's Department for Digital Culture, Media and Sports in 2022 refused to follow suit. However, there was an alternative solution that was provided by the UK government as it set up a technical working group that comprised numerous studios, leading to 11 rules from August of 2023 onwards that needed to be followed by any company looking to implement this concept into their games. One such rule required the companies to clearly advertise the fact that their games included the paid loot box approach, but according to an IT University of Copenhagen PhD who has expertise in this aspect, Leon Zhao, there were still plenty of organizations that weren't following the guidelines. One of these companies, to no one's surprise, was EA. Big surprise, which actually played a significant part in coming up with the rules and regulations. That's quite a bit of a conflict of interest there, right? Making its guideline-breaking practices ironic. As a response, EA blamed it on human error, stating that it does follow the guidelines, but this was a mistake. According to Zhao, this wasn't something that only happened once and has taken place multiple times. Two other companies are also breaking the rules. Who is it? Jagex, due to loot box practices in RuneScape, and Hutch appears not once but twice in the list because of its two games, F1 Clash and Rebel Racing. Although both of these organizations have responded to the allegations as well, Zhao says that those members are supposed to be role models rather than rule breakers themselves. With further comments by government representatives, it remains to be seen whether these guidelines will be revised in the coming months. Consider me not surprised, you know. EA. I've talked about this recently. You know, we've compared EA to many of these other big giant organizations in the gaming industry that developer / publisher once upon a time many of us fell in love with because of the phenomenal products that they pushed out, and at a certain point they quit caring about us, they quit caring about the quality of their products, and they only became a company that only cares about how much money they can suck out of us, man. You know, and this kind of stuff is just a testament to what they've become. You know, you talk about so many iconic titles, a lot of them that have been recently put on Steam, like Dungeon Keeper, the original Sims stuff, Command and Conquer, SimCity, all that kind of noise, man. It was just incredible stuff back in the day that really set them up for success, and like so many others, they've become polluted with business-minded people that know nothing about what it means to maintain community engagement, have any kind of aim at taking care of their consumer or video gaming enthusiasts that are fans of their products, and they just, all they want is our wallets, man. You know, EA, gross. Discord reportedly rolling out sponsored ads this week. Sponsored quests will appear at the bottom left of users' screens. I know there are a lot of people that are not fans of this, and don't get me wrong, the ads that are polluting our entertainment is really off-putting, you know. And I can compare this to things in the video gaming industry we talk about a lot too. You talk about microtransactions, right? And where it's by many of us that are enthusiasts more acceptable in large part is a free-to-play game, right? Where you know they have to make money somehow, put microtransactions in there, especially if they're not pay to win. Something that's more cosmetic or a little bit of some quality of life or something like that. It's much more acceptable. As opposed to a game like Suicide Squad or even Dragon's Dogma 2 that comes out at a AAA price point. And they're trying to push a ton of, you know, MTXs in your face, battle passes, you name it. It starts feeling really gross, right? Discord's a free application. And do you get some benefits by paying into the higher tiered parts of the service? Yeah, but you don't have to. And it's a very good service that many people use on a free level. And so for them to incorporate a little bit of some ad space on this platform, nobody's going to be super jacked about it, but I am a bit more understanding about them doing this, right? So as opposed to what we've seen happen, like we were talking about earlier, with so many other subscription services in the entertainment industry where you're paying a monthly fee and then they go, oh, hey, by the way, now you're going to be getting ads and we're raising your prices of the subscription service tier that you're already in. And if you want to opt out of the ads, prepare to pay for even more money to get the tier that won't include ads. Stuff like, it's getting really gross, you know. But for an amazing platform like Discord and what it provides, and it provides to our community here too, and a space for us to enjoy each other engagement-wise as a community, continue to be able to have communication and engagement while the stream's not even live. It's a very, very useful application. It's a very useful tool for us as a community. And, you know, it's not something that has to be bought into. So I'm a bit more understanding of them incorporating something like this. Never feels good, but I understand it, you know. So, sponsored quests will appear at the bottom left of user screens, apparently. So Discord is planning to roll out its new sponsored advertising this week, it's claimed. Platform revealed plans last month to launch sponsored quests, which allow users to earn in-game items by completing quests while friends watch on Discord. A new WSJ report claims the program will roll out within the week, after which the paid promotions will become a permanent part of the platform, appearing in the bottom left of user screens. To earn rewards, users must stream themselves completing an in-game task from the advertiser while at least one friend is watching. According to WSJ, Discord is looking to hire more than a dozen people for ad sales positions after previously stating it would not depend on ads like other social platforms. That feels bad. Backtracking and doing something you told everybody you wouldn't do does feel very, very poor. That's a very bad play. Bad form, man. Discord claims users will be able to turn off ads in their settings. Traditionally, Discord has relied on its Nitro subscription service for revenue, which offers users perks such as the ability to upload large files for between $3 and $10 a month. Magana Dar, a former Instagram executive and tech advisor, told WSJ that Discord's decision to adopt ads could alienate users. Yep. Discord has famously promoted itself as committed to being ad-free, so this step change could impact user trust and potentially have them looking for alternative platforms. Absolutely. According to WSJ sources, Discord's revenue has reached $600 million on an annualized basis, quadrupling from what it made in 2020. However, in January, the company laid off 17% of its workforce, claiming it had grown its workforce too quickly. Cuts were Discord's largest ever after it laid off 4% of staff last summer. CEO Jason Citron said in an internal memo that the cuts were being made to sharpen our focus and improve the way we work together to bring more agility to our organization. Quote, this is a decision we did not take lightly, but it is one that we have conviction in to better serve our users, our business, and our mission over the long term, he wrote. We have to face some hard truths. We grew quickly and expanded our workforce even faster, increasing by 5 times since 2020. As a result, we took on more projects and became less efficient in how we operated. What do you guys think? It never feels good. It never feels good to have a company tell consumers and users that they are going to do something. I mean, this is basically like you look at a lot of politicians and stuff. This is their play, right? Dupe the public, man. Dupe the public. Promise things that you don't fulfill. And I'm sorry, but that's never something that should happen. You don't make promises that you can't keep, man. You know, you don't make promises you can't keep. And it's a terrible thing to watch anybody do this. Businesses, individuals, whatever, to sit there and go, we're never going to do this to you guys, you know? And depending on what the actual words used were or whatever, I think it's better for people to, organizations, people, whatever, never say never. Never say never. And if you do use that term, we will never, then you better stick by it. You better stick by it, because what you do is you do lose people's trust. And it feels bad. It feels really bad when stuff like that happens. Motorsport Games' latest earnings show company, doesn't have much money left. The future of Motorsports Games remains in doubt now more than ever. Ahead of the company's full-year earnings call for 2023, it published its annual report SEC filing that includes all the latest information surrounding the company. Well, almost all of it. According to the report, Motorsport lost $14.3 million last year, with an accumulated deficit of $87 million. In addition to the money lost in deficit, the company currently has just $1.3 million cash on hand as of March, with a monthly burn rate of $1.1 million. That means they are about to break even and very quickly be in the negative. As a result of our financial condition, management has concluded there is substantial doubt in our ability to continue as a going concern. Should the company not be able to secure the additional funding necessary to continue, it suggests a number of other options, such as selling additional assets or operations or discontinuing operations. We will require additional capital to meet our financial obligations. This capital might not be available on acceptable terms or at all, the company said. We expect to continue to incur losses for the foreseeable future as we continue to incur significant expenses. In October of last year, Motorsport sold its NASCAR license to iRacing. We saw this for $6 million total. With the NASCAR license no longer in-house, Motorsport says it will have to look for additional revenue streams once its limited license to sell its current NASCAR products expires at the end of this year. In last year, NASCAR products accounted for 73% of all of Motorsports' revenue. Well, that's a number the company says will drop over time. Yeah, for sure. They were also involved in multiple lawsuits that were filed against the company for unpaid wages last year. Those specific lawsuits, which were filed in Russia, aren't mentioned in the report. See what happens. It's not a good outlook. Motorsports Games is looking like they're probably going to be going down. The problem is, if they want to stay alive, they got to find funding. Finding a company to fund them in such a terrible state is also a rough thing, so it's not a good outlook. PlayStation Network glitch allows PS4 and 5 users to play game a month before everyone else. Update. In addition to New Zealand, the PS4 and 5 game in question is now available early in North America and Europe. It remains unclear what exactly is going on. So this glitch has apparently allowed PlayStation users to buy and play the game a month before everyone else. Not supposed to release until May 9th. When it does release, it'll be available for the Switch, PC, PS4, and 5, Xbox One, Series X, and S. Thanks to what appears to be a glitch on the PlayStation Store that has made the game go live early on PS4 and 5. What are we talking about here? Some have suggested it's part of some type of April Fool's joke given the timing, but if this was the case, why would it only be the PlayStation versions of the game? Yeah. It is Rainbow Cotton from developer Success Corporation and publisher Inen Games. If this name sounds familiar, it's because Rainbow Cotton is a 2000 Sega Dreamcast game only released in Japan back in 2000 by Success. This is a remake of that game. I think we've kind of watched this already, but let's take a quick peek at it. It's tea time. Nice little flying bullet hell game, dude. Side scroller bullet hell. Let's go. Nice. Awesome. The moment of the writing, none of the implicated parties have commented on the situation. If this changes, we'll be sure to update the story accordingly. The same goes for if the availability changes. Right now, the game is available for PS4 and 5, no other platforms, not in any regions beyond the ones mentioned above, which again has been updated to include New Zealand and North America and Europe. That's interesting. If you're interested, here you go. Night Dive Studios, who recently got purchased by Atari, right? I think that was sometime later last year, middle of last year, got purchased by Atari. They're bringing back the 90s shooter PO'd in all of its frying pan wielding glory. Usually better when writing about games to defer to personal experience before regurgitating marketing, but in the case of bizarre and deeply intriguing 90s FPS PO'd trailer, what the Star Wars Dark Forces Remaster Studio Night Dive released over the long weekend contains a quote that sums up my memories perfectly. First game I ever owned and played on my PS1, says quotee Matt Baller. In hindsight, I'm surprised I'm not more messed up. PO'd, in which you play a pissed off space chef crash landed on an alien world, was not the very first game I owned for my PS1, but it was certainly one of, and it left a very strong impression, probably because the first weapon you get is a frying pan, which you then use to batter horribly chicken leg aliens. If you're as lost as I imagine anyone hearing of this for the first time might rightly be, here's that trailer. All right, let's go. Dude, there were so many games from back in this day. It was all about the FPS stuff, you know. It was really wild. I never played this myself. I'm aware of it, but I never played it. It looks like a slapstick Doom, you know? All right. Get your frying pans out, man. Plate full of quality of life features to enhance gameplay and fix bugs present in the original game, which can be toggled off. Wet your whistle with widescreen support to HUD and other on-screen graphics to work with widescreen. New delicious difficulty mode added for hardcore players. 15 appetizing achievements. Dash of localization support for English, French, Italian, German, and Spanish. Total freedom. Cruise on foot or fly with your jetpack through 25 wild 3D environments. Features 16 of the baddest, maddest, and most unaffectionate monsters in the galaxy. Yeah. So, looks like, no definitive release date or anything yet. It doesn't look like. Did it say in this? Just says coming soon. Yeah, that's what I thought. So if you're interested, just keep your eyes and ears open, man. Yep. We'll try to catch the release date when we get it. Okay, here we go. So, you are the head of the snake. Xbox fans call Phil Spencer out for hypocrisy after his statement condemning capitalism for the sorry state of the gaming industry. Phil Spencer has spearheaded the growth of Xbox for the last few years, has steered the company in a specific direction that others may find concerning. However, what is more concerning are his views of the state of video games and the entertainment industry. Spencer is a businessman deep beneath his core, and his perception of gaming as an organism that generates money has been called pure hypocrisy. He seemingly blames capitalism as the bane of growth. While Xbox is not doing so well in general, in terms of console gaming, Spencer shifted his focus to a different and far more experimental strategy that relies on cloud gaming. Microsoft's impressive budget was also utilized accordingly, given Spencer's aggressive acquisition spree of various game developers with the potential to help grow the brand and maybe improve the industry. Let's read all of this. So, Bill blames the capitalism for the state of the industry, huh? Game industry is facing layoffs. Community that primarily consumes its products is left unsatisfied. Spencer claims that the lack of growth is the real reason for the sorry state of the industry and needs to be remedied, as soon as possible. Xbox is on a path of ending the era of exclusivity and sharing various first-party titles across rival platforms. Fans are still unclear about Spencer's game plan and vision. Fans are quick to call out Spencer rather than manning up and taking charge as one of the most powerful people in the video gaming industry, chooses to blame something else entirely. While there are valid sentiments to his previous comment, it is quite upsetting to see a once-beloved industry fumble in a significant proportion. Gaming may not be what it used to be due to the high expectations, work culture, and other reasons. The mighty have fallen, but with enough time and creativity, it will grow into something bigger. Being an executive grants a person a much broader point of view, but Spencer's claims can be seen as oblivious and rather arrogant among gaming community members. Xbox first-party games like Halo and Gears of War have a particular target audience that devotedly consume their content. However, it is not growing in the way Spencer describes. He believes innovation and creativity can save the gaming industry. It is easy to remember how Xbox is lacking in the quality content despite its aggressive acquisitions. PlayStation is doing quite well in terms of hardware sales and software, especially with its exclusive deals with third-party publishers like Square Enix. This is frustrated the Xbox community by not giving them access to the latest and probably biggest game of the year, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Spencer seems to be a man who views gaming as a goldmine, requires growth for longevity. He is not wrong, but the way he views the industry is. Do you agree with Phil's point of view? Man, yo, what up, Helios? What's up, man? Oh, I'm doing good, man. Yeah, rebranding is a tough thing, I think, you know? Yeah, rebranding is a tough thing. A lot of people have tried to go through that process. You know what I mean? It's always I think for me, I'm this is my whole sentiment behind that, and I'll talk to you about that in a second. I'll finish up this article real quick. It's good to see you, buddy. How you been? Yo, what up, Reject? I think here's the thing. People want to try to compare Xbox to PlayStation in the way that these businesses are being handled. It doesn't work like that. PlayStation's always been able to outperform Xbox in the traditional manner of console side of gaming, and it's a weird thing. Xbox has always tried to compete on that same front of like traditional hardware, proprietary software, first-party software, and it just hasn't worked as well, you know? So I think that what Phil has done in large part has been a good play at keeping them competitive in large part. They've had to come up with different ways, inventive ways to keep them competitive with their primary competitor, which is PlayStation, right? They've got these services, which, let's be fair, PlayStation has copied in many aspects what Xbox has done as well, because it has been things that are good and lucrative in the industry. But Xbox has never sold as much hardware as PlayStation. They've never sold as much proprietary software as PlayStation. And even on the hardware side of things, Xbox has never really even made any money off of their hardware. It's been a kind of losing battle forever, right? So it's a hard thing, you know. You can't help but compare these two companies in large part quite often, but they've got a different way that they've had to go about trying to compete with one another in the industry for quite some time now as well. And so it made a lot of sense to me. I've seen this coming from Xbox for a long time, really, to see the different ways in which they're, you know, it seems an easy pivot for me for them to be putting some of their first party titles onto rival platforms. The more software in the hands of more gamers is just a smart move, in my opinion. And I think it honestly is something that is opening the door to a better gaming world all the way around for us as consumers. You know, more titles accessible on more platforms is good. That doesn't mean that we're getting rid of the proprietariness of, you know, the first party titles and stuff are still going to be there, but more of it's going to become available to more gamers on more platforms at a later date, which is good for us, right? You talk about, I've even talked about the fact that the industry is very volatile, right? There's so much. No matter what genre you talk about, and all these companies chase trends, correct? They all chase the trends. They're all trying to come up with that next big thing that catches our attention as the consumer. And we see it happen a few times a year, like we saw earlier this year with Pal World. But that's like kind of winning the lottery for as many companies are out there making games, as many games are there for everybody to try out. You know, it's super polluted. It's very volatile. And I think that what I talk about a lot too is these big AAA studios. I think that most of them, and you know, not that there aren't still some out there, some bigger studios that are making great content and stuff, but a lot of them I feel like have just kind of lost their way with what it means to make great content. A lot of them have found this to be just a scenario of quantity over quality anymore, right? And unless you're legitimately pouring, you know, great ideas into projects with unique minds and fantastic developers behind it and stuff like that, you're going to keep getting mediocre products and stuff out of these big budget studios and everything. So I don't know, man. It's you have to do things to stand out. I also think it's very important that you show that you have some kind of concern for the player base, you know? You show the fans of your products that you have them in mind. That means taking feedback so that you're incorporating the things that they want to see, things of that nature. There's a lot that goes into this, but I don't think that everything Phil says here is I can see the hypocrisy in this a little bit, you know? Anything that happens with Xbox is, you know, ultimately going to fall on Phil, really, and for anything that's happened for quite a while now. I do think that, personally, I think Phil Spencer is an individual at the head of a large gaming corporation. I would like to see more people like this at the head of other major gaming corporations. I'd rather see somebody like Phil Spencer at the head of Xbox than somebody like, you know, Bobby Kotick or you know, Jim Ryan. You know, I mean, give me Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer, while yes, a business-minded individual, also seems like a true gamer. You know, he seems like one of us. And you're never going to have, you know, I'm not going to say never, but you're not usually going to have these individuals at the top of these big corporations that don't have some kind of business sense to them. But it feels really bad when that's all they are. like when we've seen with Capcom here lately, their CEO, COO, they're just coming out with all these quotes about all they care about is money. Raise prices, raise prices, raise prices, you know, and it's like, geez, and you see it pervading their products too. It's a gross thing. So give me Phil Spencer, you know? I think that's where I'm at with it, you know? Oh man, yeah, Michaela having some issues. Yeah. All right, so before I get into this, we'll talk just a second. Yeah, I know you've been with the Super Donut thing. Yeah. Oh, just gonna drop the numbers. Right on. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so this is what I'll say. Reject. That's funny, dude. I don't believe you. Diehard PlayStation man myself because of how I was raised. Parents couldn't afford both consoles. Had to choose and then stuck with it. Love to play some of the exclusives. Yeah, I think it's a better thing. That's what, you know, funny enough, as soon as Rebirth released, the most pre-ordered game on PlayStation now is Sea of Thieves, which is a PlayStation Xbox proprietary game, right? And so I think it is a better world. You know, we've had this issue for a long time now, and you know, I'm never going to. Gaming's about having fun. It's about immersion. It's about giving people the ability to dive into the world of video games. And I'm not going to necessarily bag on anybody for the platform they like to play on. Me and Soup have a bit of a relationship here where we troll each other out a lot. I will say that what I will do is I try to promote the side of gaming that I do feel is more consumer friendly, where they, you know, you get more bang for your buck. You're taken care of better. And I do believe that's PC nowadays. I really do. There are pros and cons all the way around, no matter what platform you're on, you know. But personally, as somebody who has traditionally played across all platforms, all consoles, PC as well, you know, I've gotten to where I won't hardly play on console anymore at all. I haven't even bought into the past couple of generations of consoles besides Nintendo. And Nintendo's gross as well. Yeah. So I think that I respect whatever people want to play on, but I do think that you're going to get a better quality of life in your gaming experiences if you try and give PC a shot. I really do. And in large part, I'll tell you why that is. A lot of people are hesitant to dive into PC, and I talked about this a little bit earlier. A lot of people are hesitant to dive into PC for a number of reasons. The Balatro news, I haven't seen it yet. No, dog, I haven't. I saw there was an update, but I haven't seen it yet. So with PC, traditionally, and I'll tell you why this is changing a little bit. Traditionally, PC has been something people have looked at as being like a higher, you know, price point to get into to PC gaming, and traditionally it has been. But I do think that it evens out too in different ways. So there's reasons why I think PC, even if it was more expensive up front, ends up evening out for you in the long run, as opposed to buying into console. One of it is the longevity of PC hardware as opposed to consoles, the upgradability of it, the also when you buy into PC games, you don't have to worry about what a lot of console manufacturers do to you and making you double and triple dip, right? You buy a game on the Wii U, Mario Kart 8, right? You don't have to, you know, they're going to make you buy that again on the Switch. All these console manufacturers have been terrible about that for a long time. Backwards compatibility has been a rarity for most of them for a long time. You don't worry about that with PC, right? If you've got a PC, it gets a little bit old, you decide you want to build a new one or buy a new one and play on it or whatever, dude, all you do is go pull down your library of games again. You're good to go. You don't have to worry about double and triple dipping. You know what I mean? So that's one of the ways in which you're already winning on the PC side of things over what these console manufacturers have been doing to their consumers for a long time. Not to mention the fact that on the PC side of gaming, you get access to free content in a much more prevalent manner than you'll ever see on console. You get free content to software all the time on PC as opposed to what you'll get on console. I understand, again, why people choose console. It's plug and play, right? It's plug and play. So it's a much easier form of accessing gaming content. You don't have to worry about what traditionally people have had to worry about for the PC side of gaming. You don't have to worry about the maintaining the technical aspect of owning a rig, if you will, a PC rig, the troubleshooting of things that might go wrong or whatever. Usually with consoles, you're very locked in. It's very seamless and intuitive. And with PCs, it's a bit different. You have to be willing to do a little bit of troubleshooting here and there, figure out some things that might happen occasionally that are a bit wonky. Yeah. And not everybody's willing to do that. This is where I think PC is really starting to push ahead with that notion, though. You're talking about, and I have to give credit to the Switch, right? The Nintendo Switch is something that showed a lot of hardware manufacturers that mobile devices could be very, very good today as a primary console for the gaming industry as a whole. And PC hardware manufacturers have really taken it and run with it. You're talking about like the Steam Deck into the Lenovo Legion Go or the MSI Claw, the Asus ROG Ally, all those devices, at different hardware specifications, different tiers, different price points, are very good gaming pieces of hardware for PC that are more of that nice segue for people to get into PC gaming, as opposed to having to own an entire rig that is, not aimed just at gaming. And so I think that, we've taken a look at like 2022's revenue, and over the past 10 years, you've really seen PC take a big leap over console gaming on where people are spending their money. People are enjoying PC gaming more than they ever have. Console gaming for the 15 years before that, from like the early 2000s into the middle of the 2010s, console gaming really trumped PC gaming. And now that's changed over, right? People are starting to see PC gaming as the better place to be. It's a nicer place consumer-wise. It's a better quality of life. And it's becoming more seamless and intuitive and easier for people to get into and play games. So I'm not going to ever knock anybody for playing on whatever platform or system that they find to be their preference, but I will prompt people to take a hard look at trying to get your way into PC gaming, because I do find it to be a much nicer, much more consumer-friendly place for gamers to play. I really do believe that. Let me catch up to this. Michaela, give me 1 second, my friend. Give me 1 second. And Timon, what's up, buddy? Just a second. I got a lot to catch up on there. That was a lot to say and get out there. Why is Alan Wake 2 consuming so much performance? Because it's a balls-ass game, Soup, Can't hear me. That sucks. Yeah. Helios, god of the super donut sun. Yo, thanks again for the sub the other day, dude. I appreciate it. Yeah. So the rebranding thing is, I've seen other people go through it. What I was going to say about that whole situation, Michaela, I'll get to you in just a second, and you, Tinwin. Yeah. So Tinwin, I've got the Hollow Knight Silk Song stuff up right now on a tab, dude, already. Thanks for letting me know, though, buddy. So we're gonna address it here in just a moment. I've already got an article up, along with some of the other April Fool's stuff that we're gonna look at. But Helios, I haven't seen the Balatro news necessarily. I just saw there was an update. That was it. I didn't really look at it. The rebranding thing, you know, I had been a fan of Twitch for a very long time before I started streaming. And whenever I realized, you know, I had an alternate Twitch account from my early days on Twitch before they had implemented like the ability to just fluidly and pretty easily change your name and everything. I came up with my current moniker and account, OutsiderAntics. But this was also still years before I even started streaming. And I just knew that I had been thinking about it for a while and was like, you know, I think this is going to be my thing, you know. And I came up with that a long time ago, and it's been something I've been lucky enough to just enjoy it and stick with it. But I understand that whole, because for anybody that hasn't ever done content creation or streaming or anything like that, things are always evolving and changing for you, right? You're always kind of feeling your way through everything as you continue to do that kind of stuff. And so I can understand why some people have also found it to be maybe a need to change their alias or their moniker, their you know, stuff like that. I've seen people do that, and I can understand why that would happen. I personally haven't ever experienced it myself, but I can understand why that happens. And I know it's not always an easy thing. So if that's what you're going through, dude, I hope that it's a fairly seamless and easy thing to get done. And because I have heard of other people dealing with it, and it's not always the most comfortable situation ever, you know. Yeah. Yeah. Tinwin, yeah, I've got it up, so we'll take a look at that. Well, and like I said, Tinwin, yeah, I mean, if you're talking about just using a rig, if you're just talking about either a gaming laptop or a gaming desktop or whatever, yeah. But that's not all there is out there anymore. And there are a lot of nice gaming pieces of hardware that make the segue into PC gaming much more seamless and intuitive, I think. And you don't necessarily have to go straight into gaming on a dedicated gaming PC. So I think that's one of the things that's making it easier for people. Oh, Helios, yo, we talked about that for a while. Yeah, we talked about that for a while. Yeah, for the Balatro stuff. Yeah. That's not new. That's not new. That happened a while back, actually. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, I was cooking, dude. I was cooking. Yeah, I'm trying to catch up right now. What's he cooking? I love it, dude. Do I still upload to YouTube? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yo, the Kriegsmarine. What's up, my friend? How you doing? Oh, you just heard about it? Yeah, so basically, yeah, so if you guys don't know what went down with Balatro, so with Balatro, they were, even initially before the game even released, they were worried about people thinking the game had to do with real-world gambling, right? Because it's a game built around the premise of playing poker, but it has nothing to do with real-world gambling, real-life gambling, or anything like that. So they worked with the PEGI rating, you know, board and everything, and they're like, look, this game has nothing to do. They worked with him. They got a 3+ rating and everything. After the game came out, like a week after the game came out, PEGI re-rated it to be like 18+ or something. And they're like, what's going on, dude? But it got re-rated again and got brought back down to 3+ or something like that. Yeah. Oh, she still can't hear me? Dude, that sucks. Yeah. She might need to like clear out her cache on her browser or whatever. Is she using... Dude, does Twitch even still have a mobile app? Do they still have a mobile app? They do, right? Yeah, right, dude. Yeah, Helios. Yeah, dude. There's still a Twitch mobile app, right? Yeah, they do, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Is she Is she using the mobile app or is she on a browser? Creeks? Do you know? It could be her internet just being rough. If she's on the app, what I would say is if she's on the app, go into the app's settings, clear the cache of the app, and force stop it. Clear the cache, force stop it, and then restart the app and see if that helps. You know? Yeah. It's probably one of two things. The app got glitchy on her. Quite often apps will do that on mobile, right? If they do, one of the first things you should ever try on a mobile app is to force stop it, force shut it down, clear your cache out in the storage and everything. Not clear the data, clear the cache. And if you clear the data, you're going to erase everything in the app. But clear the cache out. There should be an option in there. And then restart the app and see if that fixes things. It could just be a bad internet connection too. Could be. Yeah. Yo. Hey, thank you, Helios. I appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, thanks for the good talk, man. Yeah. Yep. Appreciate you, man. All right, let's keep going here, guys. Let's keep going. Ubisoft has laid off 45 employees to streamline its collective efficiency. And yes, Kriegs, you can let Michaela know I do still upload to YouTube. Yep, I do. Mm-hmm. Yep, the YouTube channel is that. To streamline our operations and enhance our collective efficiency, Ubisoft came to restructuring. Just another iteration of more employees losing their jobs in the gaming industry. You know what I mean? Unfortunately. So, in 2024, Ubisoft initiated its first round of layoffs, which will affect 45 employees as part of a restructuring effort. The cuts primarily impacted the global publishing and Asia-Pacific divisions. Ubisoft stated that this challenging decision aims to align with market changes by adopting a more efficient and flexible strategy. Company plans to offer support to the affected employees and expressed gratitude for their contributions to the company's growth. Quote, over the past few months, every team within Ubi has been exploring ways to streamline our operations and enhance our collective efficiency so that we are better positioned for success in the long term, the representative of Ubi stated to GameSpot. In this context, today we announced that we are further reorganizing our global publishing Central and APAC structures to adapt them to the market evolution with a more efficient and agile approach. Those changes will impact 45 positions overall. These are not decisions taken lightly, and we are providing comprehensive support for our impacted colleagues. Earlier layoffs occurred in November 2023 when Ubi terminated 124 employees, most of whom worked in Canadian development studios. Speaking of job cuts, yesterday reported that the co-developer of the Halo series announced that 25 US-based employees would be laid off, marked the first time the studio downsized its staff in its 17-year history. Yeah. Do I have the link? Did I save that link? Sippin' lean. Bro, I might not have saved it. Oh, what's the name of that website, dude? Let's look at this real quick. Is it linked in here? I don't think that's it. Hold on. Is this it? No. No. I don't think this is it either. Come on, man. There is a site somebody started Man, I meant to save it. Yeah, this it's gonna be in here, I think. This is it. This is it. Yeah. So there's a tracking website. I'm gonna put this back here. Shows how many layoffs we've had so far this year. Estimated total in 2024. We just finished 3 months in the year, right? So we've had 3 months in 2024. We're at 8,000 layoffs right now. See that? In the entirety of 2023, we were at 10,500 roughly. See this? We're on par to eclipse this number, which was honestly very, very concerning. By the end of last year, I mean, everybody was going, what is happening in the industry? You know, 10,500 layoffs in the entire year. This year alone, we are set to eclipse that number by like the end of next month. 3 months, right? We're just on par for eclipsing that number in a third of the year. It's a pretty bad outlook. Pretty bad outlook. I mean, as always, what I always try to put as a disclaimer on this, what I'm interested in seeing is how many hirings are happening in the industry as well. You know, how many layoffs did we have in 2023 and how many hires did we have? Right? 2024, how many layoffs have we had? How many hirings have we had? Because, you know, how much of that is being offset? But I'm not necessarily seeing that. We need to look into that a little bit more. But it's a daunting look. Okay, so this game is still free, I think, but I'm going to read this and then I'll give you the link to the game so you can grab this for free as well, all right? So, monster filming horror game content warning is free to download for the next few hours. Launch your SpookTube career for nada, zero. 2nd of April only. Actually, it was like through yesterday into today. If you're partial to the grim delights of phasmophobia and not averse to the sicko enjoyments of lethal company, you might like new horror game content warning, which the game's name is actually content warning, which kind of blends the two and has the additional virtue of being free on Steam till 9 a.m. Pacific time. There's still a few hours left, 5 p.m. UK on 2nd of April. In this spooky co-op treat from Landfall Publishing, you play a bunch of amateur filmmakers, or tubers, as the kids possibly still insist on calling them, who must board a spaceship, travel to another planet, and film anything monstrous they stumble on. Content warning is an obvious commentary on the fact that jump scares always go down well among streamers. Framing the game as an open exercise in content gathering would seem to numb the appeal, but I do like the cut of content warnings monsters, which come in all shapes and sizes, from angry mushrooms to very tall dudes. Each wrapped in a nasty gray skin of cross-hatching, looks like an etching sprung to life. Take a look.
Citrus, we need to take this camera. This is Citrus's first game, by the way, guys. Say hi in the comments to Citrus Bird. We need to go into that ship, film cool stuff for our viewers, and then upload the video and make views, which make us money, to make more views and more money. So let's go. Hoorah! Alright, we've landed, we've touched down. So now we're gonna try finding something scary to get on film for you guys. Alright, so we've just been suggested. Can you touch it? Yeah.
I'm camera shy.
I'm camera. Oh.
Keep running, don't look back,
Okay.
We gotta move.
Very interesting. Run. Welcome back to the video. Today we're gonna get
Oh my god. Alright, dude. Alright. So this game released yesterday. Hold on. The presentation is a pleasantly even ratio of cute and chilling. The planet you start off on looks like a sock pop collective comfort game, and you can customize your astronaut's ASCII face. Once you're done filming creepy aliens, providing you're not dead, you can also host a fright night and play back your own footage in the living room at base. Scarier and more substantial to capture, the higher your SpookTube fame, which can be traded for upgrades. Content warning presently rejoices in the accolade of an overwhelmingly positive rating on Steam, which probably has a bit to do with it being currently free. Does seem good, though. Always interested in how the streamer content creator economy has fed back into the design of horror games specifically. Yeah, so check it out. We already brought this up, and you can see it just released yesterday. It's got an overwhelmingly positive of almost 8,000 reviews at this point. Probably does have a little bit to do with the fact that it is a free title, but it's only free from yesterday until like about 2 to 3 hours from now. So if you're going to grab this game, you should go grab it now. I'm giving you the link to Steam. Okay, so go get your free game. And you'll just have a little add to your library button right here, and you just add it to your library, and it's yours for free forever. It's awesome. So do it. Free games. Speaking of free games, Islets is free right now on Epic. As of Thursday morning, it will no longer be free, and then you will be able to get The Outer Worlds, Spacer's Choice Edition, and Thief. These are 2 very good games that are coming free next week, or later on this week, and you should definitely be grabbing these, but there's no reason to not go ahead and grab your free Islets content for free as well right now, okay? This year's best video game April Fool's jokes. We've got, let's take a look at this, and then we'll do that to end the news segment. AMD FSR 3 debut soon on consoles in Immortals of Avium. Frame pacing improvements, HDR coming to PC too. So this is from Soup. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Over 6 months ago, independent developer Ascendant Studios promised to bring AMD FSR 3 to the console version of Immortals of Avium. No console game so far includes any frame generation technique, making this a world first. After a fairly long time spent in total silence on the subject, Ascendant Studios has now told Eurogamer's Digital Foundry that in just a few weeks it will release the 1.0.6.4 patch with AMD FSR 3's frame generation component for consoles. The developer worked alongside Enduring Games, which also helped develop the base game, to ship this new feature. Enduring has a long track record of ports and co-development, including Demon's Souls for PlayStation 5, Godfall for PS5 and Epic Game Store, Knockout City for Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. The cross-platform play update for Borderlands 3 and Tiny Tina's Wonderland, cross-platform play for and Switch console supports for Tribes of Midgard, and more. AMD FSR 3 was already released on PC, though it came with severe stuttering and frame pacing issues. Digital Foundry reports that Ascendant Studios and Enduring Games plan to improve the implementation by extending support for variable refresh rate, VRR monitors, and TVs on both PC and consoles, which should improve frame pacing and reduce occurrences of judder or screen tears. Immortals of Avium didn't do well financially, leading to nearly half of Ascendant being laid off. However, founder and director Brett Robbins recently said sales have improved in the last few months, fueling hope the game may yet be redeemed. I don't think it was the worst thing that ever come out, but it was also... I mean, we've memed about this game. Before the game ever released, it might have even been Brett Robbins came out and was like, "Don't call this game Magic Call of Duty." And so, ever since I've called this game Magic Call of Duty, it was, I think, a probably entertaining enough experience from what I've read review-wise, but not something overly memorable or groundbreaking. It's just a game. It is what it is. It was like I think a high 60s to mid 70s rated game across all platforms, and what I kind of said was I don't think it was probably deserved of a AAA price tag when it released. This is an EA game. I was kind of telling people even before it released, I wasn't expecting a lot out of it, and especially after release. I think that what it was a better thing to do is, if you were interested in this, wait and play it on subscription service. It's EA, which meant it was going to hit EA Play, which meant that probably 6 months down the line after release, it was going to be on EA Play, and you would be able to access that through Game Pass as well. So I do think it's on I think it's on PS Plus now also. So I think that if you're interested in playing this, it's all over subscription services right now, and if you don't have anything else to play, it might be worth a look if you're interested in some Magic Call of Duty, So this year's best video game April Fool's jokes, from Cyberpunk to Among Us. Here are a few of the jokes that landed. We touched on a little bit of it yesterday. Specifically, the Pal World stuff was chef's kiss, dude. The Pal World stuff was so good. But let's talk about a little bit of the other stuff that came out. April Fool's Day has happened. Fans and brands use the holiday for goofs and giggles and to share the crap posts they've been cooking up all year. Though the sometimes just kind of end up being crap. Some of them are genuinely good jokes. This year we decided to round up some of the best April Fool's Day's jokes in the video gaming industry, from Among Us to Cyberpunk. Let's see what we got. Pokemon Sleep Champion Tournament. Easily one of the best jokes this year was Pokemon Company's short about competitive Pokemon. This isn't for the Scarlet and Violet's competitive battling. This is for competitive Pokemon sleep. Let's take a look at this. Dude, I could be a competitive sleeper.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and good night. And welcome to this first ever Pokemon Sleep Global Champion Tournament. I'm Chris Pillow, and this is Kenny Mattress providing
Chris
live
Pillow and Kenny
play-by-play
Mattress
of this unprecedented shut-eye scrimmage. Who would have thought this could be possible, Kenny?
To be honest,
the bold
I
move,
think I'm
Cotton.
still dreaming.
The slumbering superstars of Pokemon Sleep are entering their booths. Each trainer has prepared themselves for a serious night of non-stop sleep using their own unique bedtime routines. What's Midnight Slumber got?
A tried and true tactic right there. Boring oneself to sleep with an overly complex book.
This shut-eye scuffle is off to a strong start. They've got 8.5 hours to give us their Betty by best. And scores are based on total points awarded for speed of entering deep sleep, aka slumbering, sleep rhythm, and all-around sleep style.
Bro, I would crush this.
Trainers are
Literally had a
pressing
sleep
their
study that says I go
measurement
into deep sleep
buttons.
within 30 seconds to a minute every time I pass out.
Getting to sleep quickly is
But I go
key.
in and out of it all the time, so I'd just be racking up points, dude.
And someone's already slumbering. Lola Baby takes an early lead.
Impressive.
Uh-oh, Midnight Slumber seems to be struggling to fall asleep.
Looks like he got a bit too curious about the ending of his book. Always a shame to see a strong strategy backfire.
And Triple Z's sleep style is now in play.
Curled up sleep.
And what have we got from CS Star?
A mouth breather? No!
Gaping mouth sleep. That's going to get her some extra points for sheer unbridled artistry.
I'm seeing a smirk on Nap Ninja's face. Could this be smirking sleep, Kenny? Kenny? It appears Kenny would rather be a contestant in this cozy competition. Not that I blame him. And just like that, 15 minutes remain. Would you look at that? Midnight Slumber is standing on the bed. Couldn't sleep after all.
Wait, Chris, look again. He is asleep. He's just imposing sleep. What a marvel. Chris, this is a first.
Amazing. This might just be what he needs to recover from his earlier insomniac upset. Oh no, Lola Baby has fallen off the bed. Is there any hope for recovery?
Hang on. He's wrapped in a blanket. This is, yes, it's sheltered sleep!
What a comeback! It's all over! Lola Baby is the winner! What an absolutely historic bedtime battle.
I couldn't look away.
You sure? I could have sworn I saw you dozing off mid-match, Kenny. Anyway, that's all for this edition of the Pokemon Sleep Global Champion Tournament.
Keep sleeping, trainers.
And you might just wake up a champion. Sweet dreams, everybody.
That was kind of balls. You know, Pokemon. Once again, maybe you should take a page out of Pal World's book. You know what I mean? Let's keep going here. Oh, here's the Among Us one. Innersloth's making a new goofy mode for its social deduction mode that makes all players the longest version of themselves. Limited time mode will run from April 1st to the 8th. Include new animations to accommodate for the character's new height. If you're a party pooper, you can change back to the original character models at any time. Let's take a look at this. It reminds me of Jake the dog, dude. That's weird. Long mode. Long mode in Among Us. Okay. For April Fools. Cyberpunk gets nostalgic. Oh, that's actually funny, dude. Does this say 1 of 97? Shut up. 97,619 floppy disks. If you missed out on the free trial last week, you might be thinking about picking up Cyberpunk 2077. But what if, instead of buying on your PS5 or Xbox Series X and S and only having to worry about one disc, you could buy it in the form of 97,619 floppy disks? CD Projekt Red has envisioned this future, but alas, it's only a dream. Who among us isn't nostalgic for the lengthy process of installing PC games via multiple pieces of physical media? You know, let me just add to this. How pissed off would you be after installing this game on 97,619 floppy disks and then it performing like a big piece of ass? If this is the way it actually came out on release, you know. I can't help myself. Look, to be fair, CDPR's had a couple of things here lately that has given me hope for them, but they've got to show me they can release a game in a finished state, dude. That's actually pretty funny. That's pretty funny. What was this? Sega introduces a new way to add content to old games. What, make people pay for New Game Plus? Infinite Wealth? Too soon, maybe? The funny thing about Sega's April Fool's joke this year is that they've already kind of done it once before. The Sonic the Hedgehog company posted what looks like a vintage ad for Genesis cartridges you can use for DLC or cartridge loadable content. End result is a giant cartridge that towers over the Genesis system. Only gets bigger with each piece of new content you install. Sega already did something similar with Sonic and Knuckles, which included an adapter that let you combine it with Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Funny to look back on how things would be if we didn't have the internet to install those add-on developers like to put out. Yeah, that's funny. Let's take a look at this. That is pretty funny, dude. I like it. What is this? Still don't know when the Mina the Hollower, the next game from Shovel Knight developer Yacht Club Games, is coming out. Sounds like the studio is looking for some new business opportunities while it finishes up the game. What better marketing is there right now than skincare? Shovel Knight devs are ready to shovel some dirt onto your face with D. Kappa? By Yacht Club Games, a skincare line that will keep you looking like you're decades away from being put in the dirt yourself. I mean, you've seen the Shovel Knight. That man hasn't aged a day in 10 years. This must be his secret. Let's take a look at this. That was a bit sus. Legit seems like something that like people with too much money, people with more money than they know what to do with would actually buy, you know? Just put a bunch of dirt into like a skincare container. Charge $2,000 a pop for it. It's not a bad idea. Maybe that's what we should start doing, you know? Power Wash Simulator is entering its villain era. Everybody loves Power Wash Simulator for the serene, satisfying act of giving an environment a deep cleaning. What if one day you decided you just wanted to go crazy? You spent all this time cleaning up a space, but what if you just chucked your Shovel Knight skincare dirt all over the clean surface? You just spent hours painstakingly scrubbing spotless. That's the future I want, but Future Lab is merely dangling that possibility in front of me with a trailer of a reverse power wash mode. Lets you spray everything with dirt instead of cleaning it. Ooh, that's gonna trip some people out, dude. Check this. You've washed it all. Ruin everything. Just put dirt on everything, dude. Oh, that's horrible. Oh my god. This is actually a really cool one. I like this. This is really neat. Power Dirt Simulator. Oh, never coming never. Oh, bro. Happy April Fools. That's pretty good, dude. I like it. Nice. Very nice. Overwatch 2 has made an April Fool's Day tradition to throw the game into chaos for a bit. This year was no exception as Blizzard released a limited time arcade mode that slaps Google eyes on every hero's face, makes them say silly crap whenever they use their ultimate abilities, riffs on their cooldowns in unpredictable ways. Orissa's javelin now ricochets off walls and then explodes on impact, which is actually pretty cool. You can see the googly eyes right here. And that's all they gave us on that front. Interesting. So, some of the best jokes. This is one of the other ones I wanted to show you guys. This was, Soup actually sent this to me yesterday. I meant to watch it and I forgot on stream. But this is the Nintendo one. Virtual Boy Pro for the Nintendo Switch. Check this out. Shout out to Soup for this. Thanks, buddy. Sorry, I forgot to watch it yesterday. Mario be using like...
How many times do I have to tell you?
The rent is past due. Luigi's Mansion 4 vacuum. Mario Kart Open Road.
Hey! Yeah! Oh, yeah!
Pretty good. Pretty good. The other stuff we had up was, we watched the Pal World stuff yesterday, so I'm not going to cover that. There's a really, really good video out there for the Pal World stuff. Honestly, I think that's the best one I've seen so far for April Fools, was the Pal World stuff, but we watched it yesterday, so I'm not going to dive back into it today. It might be in this one, though. Let me see. Yeah, right here. You can find it in this article. Actually, I'll link this. You can watch it right here. This is probably the best one I saw. And Pinky actually sent that to me like on the 31st. And I wasn't sure what was going on at first because I was like doing family stuff and I saw it hit Discord and I was like, what is this, dog? And I was like, there's no way this isn't April Fool's stuff. But it was very well done. Oh, yeah, dog, for sure. Yeah, no worries, buddy. Yeah. Appreciate you, man. The stuff. But let's look at this Hollow Knight one. Silksong listing goes live on April Fool's Day, reinforcing its existence is a prank. The folks at Team Cherry are just messing with us right now. Messing with us now, right? Is there a hidden camera somewhere? I've got to say, whenever I saw this initially, and we talked about this a little bit this morning, I've got to say that this feels a little bit bad form on the part of good stuff. Yeah, on the part of Team Cherry. For a game that so many people have been wanting for so long, and for them to have already missed their window by a substantial amount of time for when we originally got announced this game was going to be releasing, for them to do this kind of stuff as like an April, it feels like they're just kind of like slapping us in the face a little bit. I don't know exactly what this is yet, so I'll wait and give final judgment until I read this, but I'm immediately not a big fan of them like April Foolsing this. It's April Fool's Day, so of course a new store listing has appeared for the long-awaited but still ephemeral Hollow Knight Silksong. The timing of the listing further solidifies the feeling that the game is never coming out. It's actually just a cruel hoax perpetrated against all those who loved Hollow Knight, which is basically everyone. The Silksong listing popped up today on Xbox.com, and although it looks normal enough, this is April 1st, a day infamous for video game companies playing ridiculous pranks on their audiences. While those jokes are usually fun, it can sometimes be hard to tell the difference between joke and reality. And as Silksong was first revealed in 2019, still has no firm release date, one can't help but feel as though they're being personally dunked on by Team Cherry. Yeah, exactly. Of course, this is probably just a regular store listing with publishing timing that's completely arbitrary, although it can be entertaining to speculate that it might be something. While Xbox.com got a new store listing for the game, the Hollow Knight Silksong listing on the eShop has been around for a while, and they're identical. So this probably doesn't mean that any Silksong release news is imminent. But hey, a new store listing at least means it's not canceled. Is that what that means? I don't believe that's what that means. Then again, the last time we got a fresh look at Silksong was back in 2022. It was during an Xbox showcase, and then they told us that the game was going to release in the summer sometime, potentially. They gave us a window, and at the latest, it was going to be like October of 2023, and that time came and went, and nothing. Could that mean that there really is some fresh new information to be gleaned from the store listing? Did Team Cherry and Xbox perhaps collude to publish the webpage on April 1st? Only day of the year, both companies knew for a fact journalists would be thrown off the scent, using our experience with years of terrible April Fool's Day pranks against us in order to send a secret message to the gaming public that Silksong is imminent. Is it all a conspiracy? I mean, probably not, but it's fun to break out the red string now and again. I'm over this Silksong crap, dude. Yeah, exactly, Pinky. Yeah, I mean, if this was just an April Fool's kind of like thing to get people riled up, this is, in my opinion, very bad form. We've had enough of, and look, I mean, you guys know how I feel. I'm all about giving developers their time, their due diligence to be able to bring us quality, polished products and everything. But when you're talking about something that's been as notably hyped up as this has been, and they've already given us a window that is significantly past. You know, I mean, it's well gone. And they didn't even address that, you know, it wasn't even really dropping. You know, they gave us a huge window for the release. The window came and went, and nobody really talked about it. You know, it was just like, oh, well, you know, didn't drop. And all of us, you know, Hollow Knight fans are going, what the, well, like, what's happening, dude? You know, and then for something like this to happen, this doesn't feel good. This feels like a really bad prank is what this feels like to me. And I'm sure to a lot of other, you know, Silksong fans, this feels gross, you know? Are you just laughing at the fact that there are so many of us that want this game, you know? That you can just keep doing this kind of crap and you know, it feels gross is what it feels. It doesn't feel good, you know, personally. Last one we'll look at is the Dead by Daylight going big for April Fool's Day. So players who log into Dead by Daylight may discover that a little change has been made to the trials that they're used to, or rather a big change, like really, really flipping big. Welcome to my little Oni. Towering over survivors like a bloodthirsty kaiju is the Oni, who is now bigger and badder than ever. As for our survivors who are now up against a colossus, not only do they feel smaller, they are smaller. Don't worry. They can still reach and work on the generators to try and escape, but that's pretty much the only thing they can reach. Forget about items, forget about chests, forget about basements, forget about vaulting pallets, because when there's an apocalyptically large Oni chasing you, what's a pallet going to do anyways? For our tiny survivors, too small and frail for hooks, death only comes in the form of a Mori, which given the size of the Oni may or may not be much worse. My little Oni starts now and ends April 3rd at 6 o'clock a.m. PDT, 9 o'clock a.m. EDT. Players will be able to choose to play My Little Oni or standard Dead by Daylight trials from the game's main menu. Do they have a video for this? They don't? Wait, what? Shut up. Let me see if I can pull it up. There it was. My Little Oni teaser. Check this out. Bro, it looks like Grounded. You know? Wonder what PUBG did. I don't know. I didn't hear anything about PUBG. Got that. Their events were always really cool, were they? I didn't really see anything about theirs. But we didn't, you know, do a hard look. We just pulled up a few things about some of the notable April Fool's stuff. So, yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to spend any more time. It's already 9 o'clock, man, my time. So we're just going to go ahead and get ready for gaming stuff today. But it was a great news segment, guys. I appreciate it, as always. Everybody who is here and contributing and helping out with talking about these different topics, as well as giving me articles to dive into that I didn't get in my searches and everything. I appreciate it. Happy Tuesday. We are going to move on and play Day 9 of Dragon's Dogma 2. We have finished up our maxing our second vocation of the Trickster, and we are now starting off with the Archer. Cool. So that is where we're headed right now. We are just getting familiar with the Elven village or I don't know, city. And because I kind of bypassed a lot of early content and went straight into Batal accidentally. And so we're doing some backtracking, and it's going to be a good day. It's going to be fun, as always, and we'll see what we get into today. But for everybody that was here today and part of the video gaming news segment, thank you very much. I appreciate it. As always, I love doing this. I love doing it with you guys. I am very passionate about trying to explore day in and day out what's happening in the industry, staying current on what's happening, and mainly promoting a better place for all of us as gaming enthusiasts, you know, and consumers of these products. It's an important thing for me to try and make sure that we're trying our very best to promote and cultivate a better future for ourselves as gamers, you know, and that's really what this is all about for me. And I know that that's what this is about for a lot of you guys, too, and I appreciate you being involved in it all the time. For anybody that's been hanging out today that you're not real familiar with what we do here, whether you're watching it live now or maybe as a VOD later, that's what we do. We do this every single day. 6 days a week, we're live. We start at roughly 6 a.m. CST CDT, that's 7 a.m. Eastern Time, or 4 a.m. Pacific. We always begin with video gaming news. We are always taking a dive in to begin with on our streams for what is current and happening in the video gaming industry, promoting a healthier industry, trying to shine a light on those companies that maybe we shouldn't be supporting because they're not doing all that well by us, and promote the better industries and the or companies in the industry that are doing well by us. So if you can dig that, man, come be a part of what we do. It's always nice to have different perspectives about these topics we cover, and have people continue to bring different topics for us to talk about and discuss and flesh out, you know. So after that, we always move on, as we're about to do right now. We move on and we play games for the rest of the day. We always have a great time. This community is an amazing place for me to be in every single day, and it's because of the awesome people that we have that are a part of it. Always cultivating a welcoming experience for everybody that wants to be here and be a part of it. We have a lot of laughs, dude. It's a good time, but it's definitely a place where it's all about presenting a welcoming, safe experience for people to be a part of. Legitimate friendships, you know, that long-lasting friendships and relationships for us to continue to build upon, and it's all about just spreading good vibes, man. Being void of negativity and toxicity, because there's enough of that in the world. And if you can dig that, then can be a part of the gameplay part of the day as well, which always follows the news segments, you know. So other than that, man, stay healthy, stay safe, be kind. Happy Tuesday. Tomorrow is our normal day off, so don't forget that tomorrow will be a down day. It's Wednesday, and it'll be my day to kind of take care of life stuff and work on some of the content for the community and the channels. But we will be back on Thursday with what will be April 4th's edition of Video Gaming News. So, I don't know. Thanks for being the amazing people you are, being here and being a part of this. And I'm going to run us an outro real quick so that we kind of sum up this news segment. But I'm not going anywhere. Stream's not going down. As soon as it's over, we will start getting prepared for diving into Day 9 of Dragon's Dogma 2. You guys rock. I'll be right back.